Hello members, hope you're well. This is going to be a pretty interesting video, or hopefully an interesting video for personal trainers and online coaches amongst you who potentially want to either get into online coaching if you're not already doing it, or if you want to improve the service that you provide, or maybe just change the way in which you provide your services. I'm just going to delve into some of the systems and pieces of software that I use to not only let my online coaching service run smoothly, but also just to keep it looking professional and to give the best quality coaching that I possibly can to my clients. So I'm going to take you through the sign-up process, or the procedure that I have my potential clients use to sign up with me. And then as I'm going through that process, I will point out all of the different pieces of software that I'm using in order for them to be able to do that in the way in which they do. So here we're on my website. This is a Wix.com website. So it's also the website that we use for the members site. So it's pretty good. We do enjoy using Wix. It's very user friendly. They have some fantastic templates that you can just kind of drag and drop your own kind of branding and your own pieces of content on. So Wix is something that I do highly recommend. It's cheap. It comes with the domain name that you're after, and it's very user friendly to set up. So we can see here that on my website, there's just some basic information about myself. There's some videos, some testimonials, and then we have a section to start the process to sign up, the sign up process. So once the potential client clicks that button there, it takes them through to a Typeform. So this is something that I've linked in here. So Typeform is essentially a free piece of software, which I'm going to talk about in a second. I use it for lots of different things. So I use it for the inquiry form that we're about to look at now. I use it for my check-in forms. I use it for my consultation forms. It's totally free. There is a paid version whereby you can ask more questions, and I've actually paid for the business plan, but you don't necessarily need it to get started. So it's totally free. You can brand it to suit your business, and is a really good way of making the business look slick, look professional, whilst collecting all the data and information that you need. So the potential customer or client will click through to that start the process, and then they're confronted with my Typeform. And then I basically just grab some information from them here. Once they submit this form, they hit the submit button, and that goes straight into my emails. I'll get an email from Typeform saying, you have a new response for your coaching inquiry form. And then I can go in there and see who's inquiring and all the information that they've given me. So it's really, really handy. So just talking about Typeform, this is the Typeform dashboard. Obviously, this is my account. You can see I've got a consultation form. I've got a check-in form, and on here it's really, really easy to use. You can, again, like I say, brand it to suit your business. You can ask all the questions that you want answered. You can see these questions along the left here, the questions that I'm asking my clients during their check-in form or during their check-in process. So it's a really nice way of collecting data from customers, from clients, and then being able to refer back to that at the point that suits you best. Okay, so that's Typeform. I will try my best to link that in the description below. If I can't link it, then I will at least label them so you can actually go and visit these websites yourself. Awesome. So I get that consultation form through, or sorry, I get the inquiry form through. What happens from there? So from there, sorry, wrong page. So from there, I get the email. I then respond to them with a video feedback. Or a video response, sorry. So I use a piece of software called Screencast-O-Matic. So we're actually looking at it at Screencast-O-Matic now. So I'm recording this video. I'm recording my desktop, and I'm recording myself using a piece of software called Screencast-O-Matic. As you can see here, my cursor on the bottom right. So Screencast-O-Matic is PC and Mac friendly. I'm using it on a Mac. And again, you can have a free version, but that doesn't allow you to upload more than one video at once. So if you're going to be using it for check-ins, if you've got sort of anywhere 5+ people checking in on any given day, it kind of pays to have the paid version because it makes the whole process a lot quicker. But Screencast-O-Matic, I use that to respond to the inquiry form. I basically give them more information about my coaching. I speak about the points that they've given me on their inquiry form. I tell them how much it costs. I tell them what the process is moving forwards. And that gives a real personal touch And then hopefully from there, I'll get an email back from them saying, yep, I want to come on board, or no, I don't, or whatever. And that's absolutely fine. And we go from there. So if they decide that they want to come on board, I will send them the brochure. So the brochure will talk about this. So I will send this manually via Google Drive link, but it is also downloadable on my website for anybody who wants to go straight through the links. So it says download the brochure there. You can see that this will basically open up a Google Drive document. Now, I made this brochure using canva.com. Okay, so I will talk about canva.com in a second, but I'll just quickly run you through the brochure. Again, it just basically makes the process look more professional. It looks slick. It, again, is all branded to me. And the great thing about it in here is I can give some general information about my coaching services, and I can also hyperlink the sign up button, so the PayPal subscription link here, and I can also hyperlink the consultation form. So if they decide to sign up, they can click the link and that will take them straight through to my PayPal button. So highly recommend, if you're collecting money from customers and clients, to use something like PayPal Business. There is a handling fee, but it's very easy to send payment links as opposed to getting people to set up direct debits via things like GoCardless. I just find PayPal to be a much easier way to manage your customers and your clients' monthly subscriptions. So that's what I use. So they sign up, I get confirmation of that, and then I start working on their plans. Nice and easy. So canva.com, while I'm on that point, this is where I make the brochures, and this is where I make pretty much all of my social media content. Again, it's a totally free service. It's a web-driven service, so you don't need to download an app or a piece of software. You just type in canva.com, as you can see up here. And, oh no, you can't see because the window is below that, sorry. But it's canva.com, canva.com. And I made my brochure on here, nice and easy. There's lots of different designs that you can make. They have templates for social media designs, templates for posters, for flyers, for Facebook covers, for presentations, you name it, they've got templates, and they've got a wide variety of styles and formats. So well worth looking into canva.com for your graphic design, if you like. Cool, so that's that. So they sign up. I'm now going to get them set up with their programming. So I'll use a couple of pieces of software for their programming. The main one being Google Sheets. So Google Sheets, again, totally free to use. And the fantastic thing about Google Sheets is once I send them their programming, any adjustments that they make to the sheet, I see live and they see live. We don't need to send things back and forth. It's all done on the cloud. Everything that gets adjusted on the spreadsheets, either my end or their end, is seen by the other person. So it's really, really handy to use. So I'll fill out all the specifics for them so you can see I've got some sections. I'm not going to go into too much detail on the specifics of my coaching spreadsheets. I'm just telling you about the systems and the softwares that I use. If you do want more detail on how I'm setting these spreadsheets up, then please do give me a nudge and I'll do my best to help where possible. I might even allow people to pay for spreadsheets to be made for them and for their business and branded for their business. That's something I'd definitely consider doing, because I know that if you're not completely au fait with Google Sheets and all of this kind of stuff, it can be quite daunting trying to get this set up and looking good and looking slick and professional and working the way that it should. So you can see they've got their general overall protocols page here. There's lots of information that I'll have my clients tracking on a daily basis. There's a section for them to upload their progress pictures and where their training goes, and all of that kind of stuff is all included in there. Okay, so that's my spreadsheets. Now, in conjunction with that, I'll often set people up on My PT Hub as well. And again, the great thing about My PT Hub is it's a paid service, so I believe it's £100 per month. But you can have it branded, again, completely to your business. So with your color scheme, with your logo, and the user or the client will get a nice user-friendly mobile phone app, which just enhances, again, the professionalism of the service that you're providing. On there, you can provide workout plans, nutrition plans. They can message you directly. You can schedule in training sessions if it's for face-to-face clients. So there is a lot that you can do on there, and it's well worth having a look. I think they have a 30-day free trial on their website as well, so worth looking at if you've not used it before. Now there's other services that are very similar. So you have Fitbot, you have True Coach, I believe it's called. There's lots of different things that are very similar in the way that they work, but this is just the one that I happen to use. So they will all be signed up to this, and my clients get signed up to this. This will usually be our main link of conversation outside of email, and potentially social media as well. I use social media a lot because we can send voice notes and video clips, so that's quite handy. But this is just a nice place to keep my clients. They can upload their progress pictures quite easily. Everything is safe and stored on a database, so I don't have to worry about data protection and all that kind of stuff. So that's the reason that I keep my PT Hub. Cool, that's that. So what else could I talk about? So going back to Typeform, just to show you another use for Typeform. Their check-in forms are provided by Typeform, as I mentioned there. So you can see I've hyperlinked in this URL. This is essentially just made via Typeform. So when I want my clients to check in, this is what they're confronted with. It basically asks them a series of questions as to what's happened with their week, training and nutritionally and recovery, and all of that kind of stuff is taken into account. It asks them for, if they have any questions for me, what's gone well that week, what potentially could be better next week. So there's just so many things that you can collect in terms of data from your clients, and you can make it as specific or as not specific as you like. That is the absolute beauty of using something like Typeform, is it's completely individual to how you want your business to be. So once I've created my Typeform, so like this is my check-in form, for example, all I simply do to embed that on a spreadsheet, for example, is I click share, and then that will create a unique URL for me. So you can see that URL. Then I can go back to my spreadsheets. I could, if I wanted to link it in there, I could insert link, paste the link here, and then I could just go check-in form, for example. There we go, nice and easy. And then they could click on that and click on that and fill out their check-in form. Sorry, let me just get rid of that while I remember. Unlink, cool. Awesome. So that is pretty much it, guys. So if there's any more information that you want on my coaching services and how I deliver my coaching, then please do not hesitate to ask. That gives you a very basic idea as to the systems that I'm using, how I'm collecting data, how I'm collecting payment, how I'm responding to clients and potential clients. And if you, like I say, have got any more questions, then please just drop a comment on the video and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If not, hopefully that's been of use to you, and I wish you all the best in your own coaching services. Cheers, guys.